3 major high schools in the area will be moving to a conference with schools up to 2.5 hours away. But administrators say students may actually have less time on the bus. News 18's Brittany Tyner reports administrators believe switching to divisions will make it possible. Brittany, what do the students think?
Well, Dan, I spoke to one student who plays 2 sports, and she's actually very excited about playing more schools that are the same size. The North Central Conference, which is adding Harrison, Jeff, and McCutcheon high schools, has schools from eastern Indiana, including Muncie, Anderson, and even Richmond. Naturally, local administrators say travel was their initial concern when the 3 area schools were invited to the NCC, but after considering the separate divisions, the idea of switching became more and more appealing.
In December, Lafayette, Jeff, Harrison, and McCutcheon were told the 7 Indianapolis-based schools in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference were leaving to form a new conference in their area. Leaving all 3 Tippecanoe County schools without a game plan, they joined the North Central Conference. As News 18 reported, Jeff was the first one to join on Monday, followed by Harrison and McCutcheon Wednesday. The NCC consists of schools from the east side of the state, like Muncie Central, Anderson, and Richmond. The problem? All these schools are at least 2 hours away. The solution? Create divisions among the conference.
Well, we're going to split into an east and west division. So in our division, it would be Lafayette, Jeff, McCutcheon, Harrison, Kokomo, Logansport, and Marion, which we think is going to greatly reduce our travel compared to making potentially 4 or 5 trips to Indianapolis.
Harrison Athletic Director Jerry Gallama says he hopes the fan base will be greater when traveling to schools like Kokomo and Logansport as opposed to traveling to the Indy schools. He says everybody likes a good rivalry.
With the sectional rivalries that have been established, those will continue. We think there'll be some great rivalries anticipated with Kokomo and Logan and Marion. We're hoping that really helps our fan base.
The new conference will go into effect for the 2014-2015 school year, just in time for Shaylin Johnson's senior year at Harrison. She says she's excited about joining the NCC because the schools in the conference are the same size as Harrison, McCutcheon, and Jeff, so that should create more competition.
Being the smallest school in the HCC, like having to go against those Indy schools that have people going D1 out of state in every sport usually, and you know, it's kind of more of a confidence booster knowing that we have such a good chance to compete with all these teams.
Although Harrison, Jeff, and McCutcheon will be playing several division games against Kokomo, Logansport, and Marion, there will still be times when the teams have to make the 2-hour-plus trip east. But administrators hope those games can be scheduled on Fridays and Saturdays instead of school nights.
Jerry Gallama says the only sport that most likely won't go into divisions is boys basketball. He says the sport has a very rich history in the NCC. Therefore, all teams will play each other in the season. Brittany Tyner, News 18.